Hello friends! In this video, I will show you how to make this beautiful plaid robe. You will draft your own pattern using your own measurements. I will try to make this tutorial as detailed as possible, but it will be fun. It's very simple and it's very easy to make. Let's go! You only need a couple of measurements for this easy piece. First one is the neck circumference. Make sure you're not suffocating yourself when you're taking this measurement and you can still move your head freely. Bust measurement needs to be taken through the most prominent points of your chest. Nape to waist. Tie a shoelace or a small belt around your waist to help you with this one. And the measurements should start at the bone sticking out in the back of your neck, and it should run down the center of your back to the waistline. And finally, the length of your garment. And this one starts at the waistline, and you can make your garment as short as you like or as long as you like. Mine is 20 inches. Make sure you write down all of your measurements, and we are ready to draft our pattern. I grew up with centimeters, so for those of you who are like me who prefer centimeters, I will include the measurements in centimeters, but I will also include the measurements in inches. You will need some construction paper or an old newspaper, some scrap paper. Mine is 18 inches wide by about 60 inches long. You'll be fine with something of that scale, or 24 inches wide would be perfect. Let's start with our basic points and lines. For point A, make sure to step about 4 inches away from the left edge of the paper. A to B is your nape to waist measurement plus 1 1/4 inch. B to C is your length from waist, and remember ours is 20 inches. A to D is your bust measurement divided by 4 plus 1 3/4 inch. Connect them all as shown on the diagram. Let's add points E, F, G. So the distance AE is 1 inch. A to F is your neck measurement divided by 4, and the distance from D to G is line AB divided by 9. Connect them as shown. Our next points are H and B3. B1 to H is the distance, the line AB divided by 4. And B1 to B3 is 1 inch. If you are kind of like pear-shaped and if your hips are very wide, I'd probably add 1.5 inches to this one, not 1 inch. Connect them as shown. And we're adding a couple more points. I is basically a continuation of the line FG, and the distance is 7 inches from G. H1 to H3 is 4 inches. Connect them as shown. Make the corner H1 nice and round, and we're almost done. We're done with our back. We only need one more point for our front, which is point B4. It will be squared down to C4, and the distance between B and B4 is 2 inches and 3/4 inch. Connect everything as shown, and notice that I made corner B4 nice and round as well. And look at our beautiful pattern. We are ready to make some plaid robe. Before we cut anything out, let's decide on seam allowances and on our details, because details is what makes any garment unique and interesting. So we need our back, we need our front pieces, we need some nice beautiful front panel, we need a belt of course, we need sleeve panels, and how about a couple of pockets? Let's talk about seam allowances. I like my seam allowances anywhere from 1 to 1.5 centimeters, which is anywhere from 3 to 5/8 of an inch. And I like my hemline, my lower hem, the seam allowance for the lower hem a little bit wider. So let's make it 5 centimeters, which is 2 inches. So I will stick with about 1 centimeter, which is 3/8 of an inch for this particular piece. If you want to be a little more safe and if you want to go wider, go for it. This piece is very loose, so you really don't have to worry too much about seam allowances. It's not like you're making something that fits perfectly. It's not a bustier or something super accurate. So feel free to mess up. Try not to, but it'll be fine. So our pattern does not include any seam allowances, and to use it you'll have to kind of fold it like so, to use it for the back first and then for the front. Aside from the back and the front, I drafted the rest of the pieces straight on fabric. So if you feel confident, go for it. If you want to be a little more safe, you may draft all of the rest of the pieces on paper, and I will give you the measurements, the correct measurements for each one of them. I hope you haven't started cutting anything out just yet, especially if this is your first time working with plaids, so please watch this section till the end before you start cutting anything out. Let's start with our front panel, and the length of it needs to be C4 to B4 to F to E plus the lower hem seam allowance. And this piece needs to be cut on fold, and if it's not, then you have to add one more normal seam allowance. And this one is probably the longest of them all, the longest piece. And their width will be 7 inches with seam allowances already included. The length of our sleeve panel is H3 to I plus a normal seam allowance, and the width will be 4 inches, and that includes seam allowances. And of course this piece needs to be cut on fold, and since you have 2 arms, you will need 2 of these pieces. Our belt is also cut on fold, and the measurements are 35 inches long. That is on fold, so that's double that is 70 inches. So 35 inches long by 7 inches wide, and seam allowances are included. Pockets are 8 by 12 inches. I made 2. You don't have to make 2. You can make 3 or 1 or 4, whatever floats your boat. Let's review the pieces that need to be cut on fold. Our back, the front panel, sleeve panels, and the belt. And the pieces that need extra seam allowance, like the hem allowance, are our back, front, and front panel. One important thing to remember is to match your horizontal stripes when you're folding the fabric, especially when you're cutting out the back and the front pieces. It's not so important for the pockets or the panel or the sleeves, but when you're trying to match the front and the back, it's really important to match your horizontal stripes. And notice how I mark the stripes on my pattern, so that after I cut out the back, I can match those stripes on the front pieces of the fabric. The entire process of sewing usually comes down to 4 basic steps: pin, stitch, turn, press. So you'll see a lot of this in the next few minutes. Let's start with our belt. With right sides in, fold in half and pin along the long edge. Stitch. Remember, the width from the edge is your seam allowance. Take the pins out and turn inside out, or more like outside in. Press. I usually steam press. Turn the edges in and press. And top stitch close to edge all around. Our belt is ready. You may steam press it one more time so it looks perfect. Pockets are next. Press under one seam allowance. Dry press first and then steam press. Fold as shown. Dry press, then steam press, then repeat. Top stitch from the top, stepping away slightly less than the width of the fold. Dry press the sides, then the bottom of each pocket. Turn over and steam press. Next, you'll have to decide on where you want your pockets. And you don't have to be traditional. You can have your pockets anywhere you want, even on the back. Pin them down and top stitch. Next, we're gonna pin our front sides to the back, and remember to match your horizontal stripes. As you can see, I start with the shoulder seams and then I take care of the sides. After you stitch together the fronts and the back and take all the pins out, you'll have to finish the seams. And if you don't have an overlock or a serger, the easiest way to do so would be to zigzag along the edge. Zigzag stitch, that is. Turn and press. And the general rule is your seams need to be pressed away from the front or facing towards the back. Sleeve panels are next. Fold in half with right sides in, pin, stitch, turn, and press. Next, we're going to pin and stitch the right sides of our sleeve panels to the wrong sides of our robe. And this is what we end up with. Now we're going to turn and press with our seam facing away from the robe. Next, we'll press under one seam allowance and fold and pin and top stitch. Our front panel is done pretty much the same way as our sleeve panels. So you will pin the right side of the panel to the wrong side of the robe. Then you will stitch, then you will press with the seam facing away from the robe, then you will fold and press, and then fold and pin and top stitch. We're pretty close to being done. And finally, our hemline. We're gonna fold and press and fold and pin and stitch, and then we're gonna steam press everything, and we are done. Enjoy your new garment. I hope you liked my video. If you did, please click on like, and I will see you next time.